The following presentation is for mature audiences only.
Who are you?
He's a fine man.
All hell is broken loose.
He's a great broadcaster.
He's a very powerful guy. Absolutely brilliant.
Feared by men, adored by women.
He's a smart boy.
It's patriotic.
It's no big deal.
It's the end of the world. I might as well tell you now. He's a monkey.
And how you doing, rockers and cockers? Welcome in to another edition of The Wild Side with Eric Clark. I am your host, Eric Clark, saying thank you for taking time out of your busy day to hang out with us on the east side of Music City, USA. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel, hit that notification button for the live streams, and smash the like button for the algorithm. If you have a band, song, or a video that you'd like me to check out, get over to the Discord server. It is your one-stop shop for all things Wild Side. Left-hand side, YouTube reaction requests. Read the pinned message. Drop a link, a brief description. I will get to it when I can. Today's Discord suggestion is coming from Bebop. He says, hey man, I was watching your Warning reaction and I noticed on my shelf of honor I had my Meteora Linkin Park CD. And he said, hey, check out this band featuring MACE BEYER of Grey Days, which is the band Chester Bennington was in prior to Linkin Park. Well, he is featured in this video for a band called Lank. Well, this is Lank, and the track is called Broken, featuring MACE BEYER's of Grey Days, which is Chester Bennington, the late Chester Bennington's former band prior to joining Linkin Park. So thank you very much, Bebop, for the suggestion. We're checking out Lank, and this is Broken with MACE BEYER's on bass on the Wild Side. Let's check it out. I'm not saying it already sounds like Linkin Park. I'll let you say that. Oh, is that it? Is that it? Sorry, man. That is Lank. Broken, featuring MACE BEYER's of Gray Days, which is the band that the late Chester Bennington was in prior to Linkin Park. That is Lank from Argentina. I'm sorry, my cats are doing something insane in the peripheral. I think they're trying to get my attention. I'm not sure, but they're causing all kinds of problems because they know that I'm busy and can't do anything about it right now. So I'm just seeing that in my peripheral going back and forth. They're having zoomies right now. At the beginning of the video, I said, I don't want to say this sounds like Linkin Park. Let me make sure that I'm clear about this. We're getting to a point enough away from Linkin Park 2000 Hybrid Theory. We're getting far enough away from that where you're going to start hearing the influence that Linkin Park has on subsequent musicians and generations. So it's difficult sometimes when you grow up in that, or when you were there when it happened and you were older and experienced. It's different from how Linkin Park is in my life and how Linkin Park is to someone who was 13, 14, 15 years old during Linkin Park's peak, Hybrid Theory, Meteora, during all of that time. And that is going to influence along with all of the other nu metal bands. This right here, what you're hearing in Lank, is the next generation of nu metal. So you're going to hear Linkin Park, Godsmack, Creed, Korn. You're going to hear all of that. Limp Bizkit. You're going to hear, Wes Borland was a very influential guitar influence to people. So you're going to start hearing that. Not just the influence of messaging, but the influence of sound. So you're going to start hearing, oh, that sounds like Linkin Park. Oh, that sounds like Korn. Because these guys grew up listening to and are influenced by that era of music, along with all of the other music that came before it. So in Lank, in this song Broken, you have a really good example, a perfect example of it sounds like, but I know it's not because it sounds new. There's a modernity in this track. But you can also tell that there's an influence, not just with MACE BEYER's in there playing bass, because that's not Linkin Park. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, yes, you're going to hear that influence. But when you get past that influence, you hear this really nice modernity. And it's mainstream. I know that when people say mainstream, usually it's said in a pejorative. It's said, oh, I don't like mainstream music, or whatever music snobs like to say. Mainstream and formulaic. These are the two words that music snobs use as insults. I don't, because there is a good mainstream. It's the one you want to be in. So there is a good mainstream. There is a positive mainstream. This is a perfect example of what that next generation of mainstream nu metal is going to sound like. You hear it right here. Perfect example. Everything about it fits well into each one of their compartments. Nothing is too overdone. The vocals are dominant yet emotive. So there's an emotion behind just like with Linkin Park and the other bands of the 2000s, you're hearing that angst in the vocal, yet you're also hearing the sensitivity. So very well controlled vocals, very well layered song. So nothing is taking up too much space. They're not using effect for compensation. They're using effects for effect, which tells you that, again, they are talented musicians because they're not using technology to create effect just to, help them out. They're using it to make a point in the music, which is what it's there for. So again, when people say words like, well, I don't like mainstream music, I say, yeah, you do. It's just, it might not be on the surface of the mainstream, but trust me, everybody's trying to get into that mainstream because that's where the record sales are. That's where you get noticed. So you do want a certain formula. Like I said, everything is layered right. So that's the good formula. When everything fits well into their compartment and is layered properly and all the colors flow firmly through the spectrum, that tells me that you understand the music. You understand the formula, because I've spoken with hundreds and hundreds of musicians and songwriters, from Hall of Fame levels to the greatest guys you never heard of before, right? Sorry, something's happening next door and it's shaking my house. So I've had the opportunity to sit down and say, hey, man, what's the formula to writing a song? And none of them know the formula, yet they're all able to figure it out. Even though they might not be able to understand the mathematics behind it or the science behind it, they understand there are certain chord progressions, there are certain melodies and harmonies and time signatures that appeal to people. So once you figure that stuff out and you do it properly, it doesn't sound formulaic. It doesn't sound cookie cutter is a word. That's the word that we use. If you want a real insult from radio people, from guys in the industry like me, that's the word you want to avoid. You want to avoid cookie cutter. That's the one. You can say formulaic, you can say mainstream all day long. I'm going to say you're right. That's perfect. That's the perfect formulaic mainstream nu metal song right there. There you go. But it's not cookie cutter. That's the insult. So thank you very much, Bebop, for that suggestion. That was Lank with Broken, featuring MACE BEYER's of Gray Days. Again, if you like Bebop, have a suggestion, get on over to that Discord server, man. Left-hand side, YouTube reaction requests. Read the pinned message, please. Drop a link, a brief description. I will get to it when I can. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that notification button for the live streams twice a week. Hit the like button. And before you leave the video today, get down in that comment section. Engage in the comment section. I'm sorry, that looked weird probably. Engage in the comment section. Let me know everything you think about the band, everything you know about the band. If you know more about them than I do, which you probably do, that's why I'm relying on you. Get down in that comment section. Let me know everything I need to know about the band. And if not anything else, before you leave, throw me some horns down in the comment section. Let YouTube know Kilroy was here. It's all about engagement, baby. If I can get you to engage in the video, then YouTube will promote me on the big mainstream. So again, I sit here and make them. The least you can do is get down in that comment section. Throw me some horns. Again, thank you very much for taking time out of your day to hang out with us on the east side of Nashville, USA. Make sure you're looking out for each other. Make sure you're looking out for your neighbor. Try to do at least one good thing a day. I am Eric Clark, and this has been The Wild Side.